Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. And it's not just Tuesday. It is Tuesday, the 23rd of December. You know what that means? The 23rd. That means in 2 days' time, it'll be Christmas. It also means that tomorrow is Christmas Eve. It also means you have today and tomorrow to finish all of your gift buying, all of your shopping, your everythings. I'm Pearson Bowen, by the way. I'm not the Grinch. I'm not spoiling Christmas for you. I'll be just enjoying it and reminding you why you should do what you have to do today so that the rest of your days will be pleasurable for all involved. Thank you for waking up to keep us company on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb. As always, I ask one thing of you, which is to share the show. And I thank you for doing so. And of course, if you know of something or someone whose story has to be told, then you have to tell us about it. And you can do so simply by sending us an email. The email address is Mornin Barbados. It's there on your screen, look. It's morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And we thank you for connecting with us indeed. So welcome to today, welcome to Tuesday, welcome to 2 days before Christmas, welcome to 2 days to complete your shopping. Welcome, one and all. Today, though, we're delving into some of the customs and traditions of Colombia. How differently from us are they celebrating Christmas? We can't wait to sit with the ambassador to hear a little bit more about that. Also today, there's a young lady who we met earlier this year who wrote her first book. She's back with her second in a matter of months. She seems to be churning out a lot of work, and I can't wait to talk to you a little bit more about what's new she has produced and published, and what else she's working on. We'll talk to her in just a little while as well. Also today, managing your expectations at Christmas. Many of us, as adult as we are, have many expectations, but how do we manage those expectations at Christmas? The expectation of gifts, the expectation of a bonus, the expectation of something fantastic in the house or being done to the house, and then those expectations are dashed. How do we manage ourselves when that kind of thing happens? Taking care of yourself and taking care of property as well is what the police service is about. And so they'll join us this morning as we take a look at public safety and ensuring that your personal safety is also protected. They'll share with us some tips today. Many of you are in the tradition of cooking up a storm, whether for the family or for friends or catering for large events. But are you paying attention to health and safety? Are you seriously paying attention to health and safety? So we'll have someone who knows what is required of you at this time of year to share with us the things that we need to be mindful of so that we do have ourselves a very Merry Christmas today. Those Christmas traditions, they're fast disappearing from our landscape. There's so many things we used to do. Nobody sprinkles marl anymore. But that was a tradition that's fast moving. How do we preserve those traditions, and what are some of the traditions we need to really make sure that we etch them into the minds and memories of our little ones as well? And then, as the old year prepares to end and the new year looms, there is an old year's night activity we have to tell you about, and you have to know about as well. Blackout. Ask yourself what that's about, but stick around to find out before the day is done. Let's get started this morning, though, in welcoming the author. I love to call her that. My friend, Laura Nichols. Laura, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson, once again. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I can't complain.
Well, why complain, right?
I mean, why?
It's Christmas.
Of course.
What do you do for Christmas generally?
Oh my goodness. Generally, there's a lot of cooking, like you said before, a lot of gift buying and gift wrapping. We're doing the matching pajamas thing in our house, yes. And I read up that it's a really lovely tradition to make everybody feel included. And yeah, so we do the matching pajamas the night before Christmas and take our photos by the Christmas tree. And I also do a very millennial thing. I watch the Christmas tree at night. I really do. I turn off all the lights around and just have those lights there sparkling. Whoa. With a nice mug of something warm.
Sweet.
And just, yeah, it's giving Home Alone.
Are your children getting it?
Are my children getting it? I asked my son what he wanted for Christmas, and he said, I'd like a traditional Bajan Christmas menu. So here I am looking up how to make jug. You know, so that the pressure is on. Of course, there's the ham and the turkey, but jug, yes, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
You've been figuring out so much this year, indeed. You know, I mean, in September we sat together and you launched your book. What's it called again? Safe Space for My Wild Faith.
You got it.
I just liked the book. It's a really, really good book, by the way, first of all. I commend it to all of you watching as well. Safe Space for My Wild Faith. And a lot of us are met with that challenge on our journey through life. But now, you've written another one.
Yes, I have. It's a children's book.
What inspired the madam?
Oh, wow. This is a bit of a... A dear friend of mine, he passed away earlier this year of cancer. And he and I, we are both colleagues. Forgive me if I speak about him in the present tense because he's still with us.
That's right.
And we used to sit around and say, how can we make Caribbean history accessible for children of the preteen years, you know? So how can we make it exciting and new again? So we would sit down and he had ideas, I had ideas, wrote them down together, and then he went to the other side in June. And I've dedicated this book to him. And so those of you who buy the book, you'll see exactly who I've dedicated it to. I'm not going to give you names, but he's a very dear friend. So we decided that we will make this into, this is the first of 3.
Okay.
It's a series, Island Tales. And it's a 3-part series, as I said before. So Sugar and Secrets is part 1.
Sugar has always been a part of our landscape.
Of course.
Sugar has been a part of our life, and it still is in a very significant way for a lot of people.
Yes.
But a lot of things happen on sugar plantations.
Oh, yes.
It's more than just sugar that was growing, so to speak. People got involved in a whole host of other dalliances.
Yes.
And so is this book capturing some of those other things that happen?
Yes, it does. It actually is set in a time just before the Bassa Revolt, as I call it, the 1816 war. So it's about 6 years before that. And like I like to say, it's about time travel. And there is the necklace that the protagonist wears. Yes.
I just opened the book right there.
I know, right?
This is so uncanny, but go ahead.
I know. Nothing is left up to chance.
Yes.
And that provides her the means to time travel. And she goes from present day to past. So that's the exciting part. She's actually discovering, and she's discovering way more than what she expects on the sugar plantation.
Or perhaps way more than she was told at school.
More than that.
And in doing so, is it a mixture of real history as well as fantasy?
Yes, it is. And you have little themes incorporated in there, little hidden themes that you have. For instance, the necklace is a hidden theme as well too. When I was working with my illustrator Keone on the design element, I said to her, I want something that you can see it, but there's something hidden behind it. So we have African and Caribbean religion syncretism, and you have it being a source of rebellion because you have that main religion, but you also want to preserve the traditions as you spoke of before, but in a hidden way, but it's still there. And we got the Sankofa behind the cross, and that in itself is a expression of the syncretism and the survival on the plantation.
I mean, big old me. This book is written for children, but big old me says, and in chapter 1, where we talk about the necklace glows. Amaya loved visiting her grandmother's house. It was old, creaky, but it had a warmth that made it feel like a home. And many of us have journeyed in that same way. I mean, I was talking to my godsons the other day. I was saying to them about my experiences with my grandmother. I was fortunate to have had my grandmother alive next door. And so all of these, the soft smell of sweet bread often filled the air. And the walls were adorned with black and white photos that seemed to tell their own stories. And so in this book, we travel through the experience of this young girl who was given the necklace. And she takes her journey through history.
Yes,
and then she comes back to present time. And what does she get out of it? Don't spoil me.
That's the end of the story. I mean, I can give you a bit of it, but not all of it. I don't want to spoil it. But she gets a sense of identity and awareness that she never had before. And that's really important for our young people to know who they are, because once they know who they are, they're secure. And like I said, it is a 3-part series.
Yes.
So this is part
Part
one.
one.
Part 2 is set in the time of emancipation, where everyone is very excited about being free. But really, what does freedom cost? And then part 3 is to do with the market. My grandmother, she was a vendor at Cheapside Market. And that's what I remember a lot. The colors, the sounds, the smells, the absolute assault on your senses with the market. But the marketplace was way more than that. It was a place where women could make messages. I also teach about Ghana. And we look at the marketplace in terms of politics and the way how women in the marketplace played a very integral role in the politics of Ghana. And of course, the politics here of Barbados as well, too.
It is interesting indeed. And so
Yes.
this book, you're launching on the 28th.
Yes, I am.
Just after Christmas. It's another way to gift to someone.
Exactly.
So, so tell me about the launching coming up.
Oh, wow. It is in the beautiful space of St. Lucie. And everybody's like, up north? Yes. In Barbados, up north, St. Lucie. We're
It's just
heading
down the road, 45 minutes?
It's only 45 minutes. I know. It's amazing. And I got my passport stamp, so I'm ready to go to St. Lucie. And it's a beautiful space, Bentham House.
Yes.
Again, set on a plantation type area, so you have that sugar and secrets. And there's a farmer's market there that happens every Sunday, and it's absolutely beautiful. When you park your car by Rubis gas station, you walk in, you're like, the nature, it just hits you one time. You feel like you've gone into another worldly place, like a nature reset. And of course,
It's such
you're
a
there.
beautiful parish.
Oh yes, St. Lucie's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yes, you're
I'll
welcome.
tell you thank you because that's where I'm from.
I know. Your last name tells me where
Everything
you're from.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
The book is called Sugar and Secrets. It's just part 1 of a 3-part series. Sugar and Secrets is written for children, but I think us big old people, we can read this. This is a really, really good read. And at the back of it has a glossary of terms.
Yes, it does.
Because as you're studying, you get to understand a little bit more about who the overseer is, what a slave hut is. And these are things that the oral tradition that we've moved away from, but the book brings you back to that cold reality of what this is what we're talking about. When we say massa, the child who reads will see and get a sense of who the massa was. All of these are in this book. It makes a really, really good book to give to someone and to yourself as well today.
Yes.
And so we can get it at the launch.
You can get it at the launch. It's also available on Amazon, so you can get the PDF version as well as the one that you have in your hand.
Right.
I know people like to actually have the feel of the book.
There is nothing like it.
Yes, and turn the pages and,
Yes.
and smell it. So you can have that option as well too.
Right.
I don't have the hardback copy as yet,
That's okay.
but we're working on it.
It's a 3-part series. You've got time. And so the book, as you see on your screen, folks, is called Island Tales, Sugar and Secrets. And this is part 1. Get to read the story of this young lady who was gifted a necklace that took her back in time and brought her back forward. And in that, she's traveled through the plantation and get a sense of life before emancipation. And in all of that, what are some of the struggles and trials and tribulations, and how did she work her way through? How did people of that time work their way through? It's a great history lesson for those of you who are in study of history, and particularly for those of you who've just gone into secondary school for the very first time, and you're now picking up a history book because that was not taught at primary school. This helps to root a lot of what you're learning in school at this moment indeed. So I think it's a good book. It's not for girls, boys, it's also for you.
Yes,
it's
and
for
it's for
everyone.
your parents as well too. I was just reading that it's really important for the parents to actually be with their children and connect with their
Yes.
children more. So parents and teachers and children, it's just a connector. So definitely
Indeed
a great
so.
gift.
28th of December, Bentham House. That's in Bentham's, St. Lucie, near to the petrol station.
Yes.
You just go right in, and it starts at 10:30 in the morning. Laura will be there to autograph your book. She'll be there to respond to any of your questions or queries. She will talk with you about what's going on today, because that's how Laura does it. Indeed. Laura, thank you
true.
so much for joining
Thank
us
you
this
so
morning.
much,
You're
Pearson.
very welcome as well. I wish you a Merry Christmas.
The same to you, Pearson, and all the best for 2025 and the upcoming 2026.
Thank you. The very
Yes.
same.
Okay, thank you.
We're right back in a moment.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One. Your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
18 and a half minutes now after 6 o'clock. Christmas in Colombia. Christmas in Colombia. I'm telling you, when we're done, you're going to want to get onto the next plane, head to Colombia before Christmas is done, or perhaps make plans for spending Christmas in Colombia next time around. So what are their traditions? How do they do Christmas there? And how different from the way we do it? Do they do it? And so, as always, we had to reach out to Her Excellency Elizabeth Taylor-Jay, the Ambassador of Colombia to Barbados. And she's brought her first secretary in Heidi Cortez. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Welcome, both of you. Feliz Navidad.
Gracias.
I got it right. I got it right.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bowen. Thank you for this invitation. And
you're very
we
welcome.
are so grateful to have the opportunity to share some of the Christmas spirit of Colombia here with you all in Barbados.
And your spirit started early December.
Yes.
The way you do Christmas. What happens in Colombia?
Okay, so on the 7th of December, we have this countrywide event. Of course, the base of it is Christianity, where we light candles around the country and we gather, especially the kids. This is a very important moment for the kids, and it match also with like the Advent year of Christianity. But in Colombia, of course, we were recognized as a Catholic country until 1991 when we had our new constitution. So the majority of people in Colombia, of course, are Catholic and Christians, but we have people that don't have any Christian beliefs, but some people would even gather around this very important event. I don't know if Heidi would like to comment on that.
Thank you. I think it's a very exciting moment because it's the beginning of a Christmas season. Not only just one day, not only the 24th or 25th December, but it's the beginning of the whole season. So the 7th of December, like you expect that moment, you gather with family and friends, and like the joy starts in Colombia.
And that's the beauty of the way Christmas is done in Colombia. It's about family and friends and festivity and fellowship. And the candles are lit and they're everywhere. Everywhere. And that's the funny thing, because oftentimes in our tradition, we put a candle in the house. Your candles are outside everywhere. So everywhere one goes, there are candles that light the way, literally. And so right after that, however, you do something we call in the Caribbean 9 mornings.
Yes.
You don't call it that. What do you call it?
No. We call it las
novenas.
Novenas.
Yes.
Novenas.
Yeah. And it's not in the morning.
It's in the evening. It's in the evening, and then also we gather around Christmas carols, and people in the different regions, they will adapt the carols according to their music. So for instance, in the island where I come from, people would do it like in calypso, in a calypso mood, but in Llanos, people would do it with joropo and their traditional music. Or in the Pacific, they will do it with percussion music. So
nice. So there's festivity all the time. Do you guys do Christmas trees and the like as well in Colombia?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Christmas trees and lights. I mean, the cities in Colombia, I would say cities sometimes compete on the amount of lights that they display. For instance, in Medellin, we can have more than 30 million LED lights during the Christmas season, and the country as a whole, up to 100 million lights. So it's very bright and I would say friendly, and people continue to gather around, not only around the lights, because lighting the candles is light too, so it's like lighting in this very important season, but a lot of food. Diversity of foods.
I'm coming to food in a minute. But Heidi, you guys don't do, we say Santa Claus, you say Papa Noel.
Yes, or we also say Niño Dios.
What does that mean?
Like little Jesus baby.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So children make a wish to Santa, but you in Colombia make a wish to baby Jesus.
Yes.
Wow. Tell me a little bit about where that came from. Part of the Catholicism.
Exactly. So what happened is that you speak about Christmas trees. So people also emulate where Christ was born. So a lot of the festivities goes around that. Also the novenas, we start like 9 days before the expected day when Christ was born. So at that day when Christ is born, a gift for the children's start. So there is a huge expectation on like Christmas Eve night. The kids don't want to go to bed because they are prepared to get their gifts.
And I think, I'm sorry, novenas are beautiful because it comes from a religious tradition, but it's also family gathering. So there are prayers because you are actually preparing for the coming of Jesus Christ. But at the end, it comes the moment where you gather with your family and share food and share with everyone.
That's the midnight. Is it before midnight mass or after midnight mass that you do all of that?
Some people would do it before, especially as you get older. You want to do it before to go to bed earlier. But usually it's midnight mass, and then you
eat till thy kingdom come, and then you sleep on what we call Christmas Day for you guys, and then you rest. And so I'm just so fascinated by all of that because it's done differently from what we do. We will eat Christmas Day and after Christmas Day, but you eat before Christmas Day, and you open gifts before Christmas Day, and then the rest is the rest thereafter. And when does the celebration all end for you guys?
Oh no.
There's no Boxing Day
Like
really.
in January.
We go in
Up to January?
up to January because we have the New Year's, and then we have a week after New Year's we have the King's Day, like when the kings arrive to visit
To Belém,
Jesus.
yeah, to
Belém?
the three kings.
Yeah.
Like it's also Catholic, but in Colombia, it is a holiday. So everybody is on holiday outside the city until 6th or January at least.
Ambassador, with all this culture and cultural traditions, are you doing it in Barbados?
Oh well, we started part of it in Barbados on the 7th of this month. So we had a candle lighting. For the first time, we gathered the Colombians that are here in Barbados around that very emblematic day, and as Heidi says, it's the opening of the door of the Christmas season for Colombians. So we had the kids, we had the parents, and we had the opportunity to light the candles. What happened is that the wind didn't help us to have a huge display, but we had a very, very good time with Colombian food. Also, we have arroz con leche, which is a preparation that we do with rice and milk. But as we go to the novenas, we divert into some other festivity foods, like the buñuelos, which is like a round, it's like a fish cake, but not a fish cake. It's have the shape more or less, but it's made out of cheese and corn, corn starch, and a lot of things based on corn during that period. Also, we have natilla, which is based on, and I should dig into this.
Sure, you may
right
dig into
now.
that. She came bearing gifts.
Because we have.
That's okay.
We have what we call panela, which is some sugar.
It's witty.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So we do a lot of things.
It's like what we call a fudge.
It's come from the sugar cane,
Right.
And it's dehydrated. Not the syrup, but the sugar cane. What you call it? Cane juice. The cane juice. Then we dehydrate it, and they go into some specific
Processes.
processes,
Yeah, and shapes,
and
right.
then it becomes that.
And this is what you guys eat.
Yeah, we prepare this like with with lemon. So we do agua de panela.
What does that mean?
But
we sweeten food with this, but also we prepare a beverage, hot beverage, hot or cold. So this gives the water like a sweet flavor and also a color.
It's a sweetener of sorts.
Yes, it's a sweetener.
So it's natural. It's just come from the sugar cane.
Exactly. So you add lemon. So if you drink it cold, it is refreshing. If you drink it hot, it is warming.
It's even more refreshing.
Yeah.
Just kidding you.
Okay, so if you add this with milk, then you get what we call arequipe, which in other countries they call it
milk sweet.
Milk sweet. It's a milk sweet. So this is a milk
that?
sweet, but the base is this.
Oh, so it's a sweetener.
It-
And these are Colombian products.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Oh, here? Okay, here. I'll put it there. Right. And so these are things. Have you got them into our market space yet? I know you're working on that.
Somehow, yes, somehow. But we don't have this yet. And I do miss this a lot. Because we use it like on our island.
Yes.
We do some ginger biscuits base with this, using it as a base.
This is brilliant. And this is Christmas for you.
Yeah.
Carol, do you sing traditional carols as well? Or, or Come All Ye Faithful, Heart the Herald Angels sing? Do you do any of that?
But
in Spanish?
Yeah.
In Spanish.
Okay.
Yeah. And in Colombia, they're blended with local music. So it's not the traditional European carols, but it's
But the same
it has
message, basically.
we have two kind of musics in Christmas. So carols have this tropical touch, like
Yes.
in the sounds, but we also hear dancing music like cumbia, and we actually party in December. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Your culture is so rich, Ambassador.
So it moved traditionally from a very religious setting to now with the younger generation. So after the midnight, so people gather, eat, but then the young people and other adults also, they go partying until morning.
I get you.
Until sunrise.
I wish I could come to your midnight feast to get ready for Christmas, but I wish you Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, and as well. Ambassador, Her Excellency Elizabeth Taylor Jay, the Ambassador of Colombia to Barbados, such a warm woman, and she's brought such joy to our lives by just the moments that she's just been here months, and she already feels like part of us indeed. And Heidi Cortez, who was our first secretary, indeed, welcome, and Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Y muchas gracias.
What do you say? You're welcome.
Bienvenido.
Okay, that one. Thank you so very much indeed.
Thank you.
We're taking a break here, folks. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're just days away from Christmas, and so many of us, like the children, as adults, we have expectations as well. Whether it is that we're looking for a gift and hoping someone remembers us to give us a gift, or we're just hoping for a difference in how we manage Christmas. But how do we manage the children as well? And their expectations is what we're going to focus on right now. Sean Clark, who heads the Supreme Counseling and Personal Development. Good morning to you, Sean.
Pearson, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks.
Merry Christmas, by the way.
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, Barbados.
Thank you. Do you do Christmas?
I do Christmas, but this year I'm doing Christmas more so for Mom. Believe it or not, my head is in 2026.
Already?
Already.
So Christmas gone.
So Christmas gone for me. But Mom loves Christmas.
Yes.
And because of that, I'm going all out to make sure she enjoys Christmas.
So we manage expectations, and she expects you to do this?
She expects me to do this, yes. She's what we consider Christmas baby. Not born in December,
but she loves it.
She loves it. So the expectation is that Sean will take care of Christmas every year, and I try to live up to that expectation.
Does that put pressure on you?
No, it's for me it is enjoying. It's something that I enjoy doing, and it is because although she expects me to take care of Christmas, it is within my limitations. It is within what I can handle, and I'm usually very quick to point out, you know, this one is a bit beyond me at this time. I cannot handle this at this time, but we can do that. So although she expects it, it is still within limits.
That's easy for you. There are people who struggle differently, who are saying, you know, there are all these expectations of me, and there's so much I can't do, but so I therefore have to stretch myself. How do we manage a process like that when all the eyes are on you to whatever?
You have to start by being honest with yourself and honest with others, and you cannot wait until the Christmas moment for that honesty to begin. For example, you cannot promise children in November, or if you do this and if you do that, you're going to get this and you're going to get that. When you know in your mind that it will be a struggle, when you know that, okay, we have certain bills to take care of, there are other responsibilities that you know I need to deal with, then we have to manage that, because anytime expectations are too high or too low, it creates conflict.
When that expectation is not met.
When that expectation is not met.
But what if I did promise, because I had all the will in the world to, but along the way, I found then I could not? And how do I tell the child to break his heart?
At that time, again, honesty comes into play, and you have to sit and have that conversation. I think a lot of the problems that we have within our homes is because we lack communication. We don't openly and genuinely communicate. And for example, you know, we have this thing in Barbados where you will say to your mom, can I have $5? I ain't got no money. And then I remember I had a situation like that in my office once. You know, the mom said to the child she had no money. The young man went into her purse and he found money. And he took the money. And when she came to the office with him, you know, she said, but he stole my money. He said, but I cannot steal what you did not have. Right? So it is not to say I don't have the money. It is that I have money, but it is for X, Y, and Z. And be very, very transparent and very open. You will find that when you speak with your children and when you're open with your children, they will understand. They will get it.
But then the adult also has an expectation. You've worked a whole year, you're promised a bonus, and then somehow the company didn't quite perform the way that you had hoped. And so all of your expectations are dashed. Or the boss suddenly says, well, there's some unforeseen expenses we didn't expect, and so therefore rather than 5% bonus, you're only getting 2%. How do you manage that individual, that processor? Again, transparency and openness?
You thank God. You thank God for you have a job, and you thank God for what little you've had. When you open your cupboard and you know you feel like eating rice today, but you open your cupboard and there's no rice but there's macaroni. You say, thank God I have macaroni. I don't have rice, but at least I have macaroni. So you're expecting 5% and you receive 2%. You've received 2%. A little with content is great gain. And I think we have to start practicing these things because when we do, it takes a lot of stress and a lot of strain off of us as well. And it helps us to control our anxiety level. When we work ourselves up, when we expect without knowing fully well that it can be produced, then we create problems, health problems and psychological problems for ourselves.
The expectation of loss of loved one, I'm looking at that from a perspective. Traditionally, you would have had 6 or so people, but one was lost in the year. It's Christmas.
Yes.
And there's an empty chair. Managing that emotional moment.
That is always a difficult one. And no matter what is said, you know, you will always go through that emotion. You will always feel that level of sadness. But you remember the good times. You remember how that person sat at the table and made you laugh. You remembered what we'll say in Beijing. We remember the nonsense that he used to talk. You know, remember the how much drinks he used to have, or he used to smell the cork and get drunk. So you know, you remember all of those glorious times with that person, and you try not to cast your mind on the negative, but you look and you see that person in that light, and that brings joy to you. That helps you to smile by just remembering those good memories.
I could smile, but I will still feel.
You will still feel, and feeling is natural. And we're not saying to you not to feel, because we must feel our emotions, and while we feel our emotions, we are also supposed to name our emotions and allow our children to name their emotions. So how are you feeling right now? I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling angry. And when we name the emotion, then don't say, but you should not be feeling that way. Oh, it's 5 years now. He passed 5 years ago. You still feeling sad? No. Allow that person to go through that process of feeling what they are feeling and being able to name what they are feeling and go through the process on their own. It will take however long it will take for that person, but they will get there.
The individual who says, I'm just going through some snapshots, ladies and gentlemen, because this is life. Who says, but I've given so much, and you mean to tell me not one of you could remember me to give me a gift? Not one of you? You understand what I'm saying? There are people who are like that, who give and give and give, not necessarily expecting, but the moment comes, you're thinking, but hold on, none of you could remember to say, give them a chocolate?
Yes, and that's human nature. And it causes you to think, how valued am I? You know, what is my worth? You know, are you really seeing me as a person, or are you just seeing me as a provider? You know, you went to town and you purchase everything for everybody else. I wear size small vests. I mean, even a pair of socks. You could have remembered me. And so it is human nature to have that feeling. But at the end of the day, you are only in control of you. You are only in control of your emotions and of what you do. And it is when we expect too much of other people, then we cause that sense of disappointment for ourselves. So don't expect. If it comes, open arms, thank you, thank God, I receive. And if it is not there, thank God, I am still here, I still have life, there's a tomorrow.
There's a tomorrow. Only you can control you.
Only you can control you.
That's truth. That is a gospel truth, as a matter of fact. Sean, I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. Wish you and your mother and all of your other relatives and your staff, everyone, a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much.
And we look forward to success for you in 2026 as well.
I accept that.
You see? So gracious he is. That's what we're talking about. And it's like that. Even if there's nothing, there is some grace you can still explain and you can still show in a moment just like that indeed. So Sean Clark, CEO of Supremus Counseling and Personal Development, who sat with us helping us to manage our expectations, whether it is that we expected a bonus, we expected a gift, we expected a loved one to be there, we expected more, but somehow we didn't quite get any or less than we got. How do we manage that? With gratitude and with grace. It's as simple as that. And knowing that only you can control you and how you respond or react. Mornin Barbados comes back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur,
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
14 to go to 7 o'clock now as we sit with the Barbados Police Service. As at this time, there's a number of things we need to be mindful of. Personal and property and all of those kinds of things as it relates to being safe and protecting our investments as well. And so I'm joined by Inspector Jamal Mohan, who is from the Crime Prevention. He's a Crime Prevention Officer. And with him, as you know, the other familiar face, always in the news for everything good. Just kidding you. Inspector Ryan Brathwaite, Communications and Public Affairs Officer. Gentlemen, morning.
Good morning, Mr. Boyne. Good morning, viewers, and good morning, listeners, wherever you are. Good morning.
Yeah, man.
Hey, good morning to our listeners. Good morning.
All right, fellas. All right, here it is now. Christmas. We sometimes get lax in our own personal safety. Let's talk a little bit about what you would want us to be mindful of as we get ready to leave the house today.
Okay, so as you know, we are in the heart of Christmas now. We can say a couple of hours because before you blink, it's Christmas morning. So we can start at the home. Most persons are getting ready to go out. We know this time is very busy, it's very hectic, everybody's in a rush. So let's start at the home first. Let me start at the outside of the house because now we have persons doing little jobs home, probably painting, probably fixing up, putting up lights. And you may have a ladder outside of your house. Now you may have an upstairs house and you may not lock the windows to the top of doors, but you leave a ladder on the outside of the house. And a criminal is an opportunist. A criminal looks for that opportunity that's easy. They want to be in, out, and gone without being captured. So the first thing you do, you must look around your house. Some persons may leave a chainsaw, they may leave tools, a hammer, crowbar, and stuff on the outside. Somebody may say, oh, I'm just going to the hardware for 30 minutes, I'll be back. And we know this kind of time, the traffic. So you may leave for 30 minutes with the intention to be back home, and it may take you 4 hours to be back home. That's enough time for persons to go into your home. So make sure you look on the outside of your house, put away all the tools, all the implements that can assist a criminal. Also, we're going into the house now, and we look at it, you're about to leave home. Another thing too, make sure you turn off those irons, your appliances. Some persons are cooking and decide to leave home. At the end of the day, any fight that happens within Barbados, the police also treat it as a crime first, so we have to investigate. So we're going into the homes. Also, keys. You find some persons maybe leaving a key for someone and hide it outside under a rock in a mat.
Under the mat, as you see on movies all the time.
And everybody knows in Barbados that the culture to leave it. So the first thing, somebody comes to your house and looking under the mat for this key. So leave it with a trusted neighbor, leave it with someone, but don't leave it like that because we don't know who may be observing
you don't know who's
watching at that time. So as I said, also in the house, make sure when you're leaving, you lock your doors, your windows, you secure your home. Sometimes persons leave for a long period of time. So if you have duster down lights, put them on. You may want to leave a light in the house on because sometimes you will leave, sometimes 9, 10 o'clock, and you don't return till late at night. So you want to have your house, well lit and stuff at night, so a person would not observe that you are away from home. So another thing to
when you say close your windows, because people tend to close the windows, but they don't actually secure the windows. So you say, well, you got these push-up windows and you pull them down, and you see, okay, the window's closed, but no, you've not completed the job. Secure the windows. You have to make it as difficult as possible for a person entering your house. So don't just close them down and leave them. Secure them as well.
You must secure them. As I said, also with the keys and stuff, sometimes same person is doing, there's a nice key clips that persons put at the door, and they put the one of the keys for the house on that clip, and somebody just has to put their hand in. They look very nice, but you have to put it away from the window. If you have those clips and you have spare keys, do not leave them next to the lock, because somebody just push your hand and they take it and open on the inside, and all your possessions are gone. So that is the preparation on leaving home. And then when you leave home,
the other part of leaving home for me is once I gotta be so careful what you say too. You know, the hours at which I work, you know, it's dark.
Right. It's just us.
I eyeball everywhere.
Yes, you have to.
I look and look and look and look again before I move.
You have,
you have to observe it. Observe your surroundings. Know what happens around you. You know, things change. So you see something that's different. You know, that should raise the eyelids. This is something different. So what do I do? And I always say to people, follow your instincts, follow that gut feeling. Don't say, man, you know what, I being. No, follow your gut feeling. Something has changed, it looks different. Something is about to happen, your mind is telling you. Retreat to the safety of your home, call the police service, let somebody respond. You know, things change. And we see it, you know, we see it and we feel it. But we go against it, we go against the grain, and we say, nah, that's done. And then something occurs.
Yes, so then now leaving home now, you decide now you secure the house, you're being vigilant, you feel comfortable, everything is secure, and you're leaving home. The next day now you want cash. So you decide you're going to the ATM machine, and that's another sore point. When you are going to the ATM machine should be a quick process. Persons now go to and they observe it sometimes. Persons go to the ATM machine and now calculating in their head.
What they want.
So I want $100 for this, I want $200 for this, and they're calculating. All that time you are giving a criminal the power, you're giving it the opportunity, you're creating a perfect environment for them. When you go to the ATM, calculate, I'm going for this amount of money, I'm taking off and I'm leaving. The next thing too, when you go to the ATM, persons start to count the money, especially after hours. For 25 years I had an ATM card, never was short yet. But if you count the money and you're short after hours, where would it take? Go to the vehicle, go to somewhere secure and look at that money. And that's the reason the money comes out so flat. So somebody count and realize, oh, he has $3,000, so there's a perfect, because they don't know if you have $50 or $3,000, but when you count it, you see $3,000.
There's some instances where the ATM vestibule, you can see through the door into the machine. You can see where I've just punched in $300.
Yes.
And allow the process to go through. And sometimes, you know, people watch you from outside to see exactly what you're doing, waiting for you to come outside, because you got to come out.
So what I advise persons, especially after hours, make sure you go to those ATMs where it is well populated. Try not to go to those ATMs that are alone and isolated and dark and stuff like that. Try to go to those ATMs where there's a lot of persons, a lot of traffic and stuff. As I say, you go there, you get the money, you leave, and then you count in a secure location. Also, you see, I observe persons going to ATM, they're on cell phones, they're either talking, they're either watching it, they're not observing their
distractions.
So you pass two persons in all black, and you go into the ATM, and then you come and see the two persons standing up. So you must observe your surroundings.
After hours, you have an option, drive-through ATM or walk-in ATM.
So I would say the walk-in ATM is better. The drive-through, if you observe the drive-through ATMs, your visions are obscure at certain points. So as soon as you are punching in, you cannot see who's coming around you. So by the time you take the money, then you look, you see somebody's there. So it's a distraction. It's best that you can walk, that you can observe, you can look around. You're a little more restricted in a vehicle.
Women and purses.
Yes.
Listen to me. I wanted to say to a woman the other day, would you don't do that? Because she opened up everything in public. She did what she had to do, and then she just rested it on top of her bag.
Yes.
And I'm thinking that's such an opportunity for a thief.
You see, sometimes in Barbados, because of our culture, sometimes we be a little naive, and sometimes we get a little too, comfortable.
Yeah, we don't believe that it will happen to us, and that's the real mentality. And and then you provide that perfect opportunity for the criminal to work. That snatch and grab opportunity, come bounce and go.
And also, as you said, also in the vehicles, you find a lot of persons have bags and stuff like that, and put them in the passenger seat. Driving the traffic is heavy, and you end this down, and somebody just put their hand and run and gone. All your Christmas is gone.
And you can scream all you want.
And that's what I'm saying. It's gone.
You have to think about it. And it's like it's planning ahead to stay ahead. So know upfront what you want to do and how you will execute. As Inspector Mohan said, you're driving in your car, you're alone, you're in traffic. Keep the windows up, that people can't access it easily. You're going to the ATMs. I don't believe that people wake up in the middle of the night and realize that they want money. You have your day plan, you know, this is what I have to do today. This is going to take me into 8 o'clock tonight. Go to the ATM at reasonable time, a seasonal time, a time when the bank is accessible, people are around, get all of that money that you need. I mean, we are going cashless and we have cards and a lot of people have machines. So you find out where you're going and if these people have machines that you can actually use your cards as opposed to having that cash, because you want to minimize the amount of cash that you're carrying on you. You don't want to be walking around with large sums of cash. You know, all things go. When you least expect something to go wrong, it goes wrong. So you find out who has card machines that you can access them without having to walk around with large sums of cash. We know that sometimes you need cash, but try to minimize the cash that you will need. And if you need cash, try to visit the ATMs at proper times. And when it's well late, when there are a lot of people around, businesses going on. Don't wait until the last minute, night time, and know, well, I'm going to some bar and I will need cash so I can ease at the bank here at 9 o'clock at night. You know you're going to the bar, way in advance, prepare for it way in advance.
Indeed so. Drunkenness, we have holidays coming up now. There are other things that are happening on the road. It's Better Brathwaite. And so let's talk a little bit about what you would want us to be mindful of.
Yeah, if you're going to be like me and you're going to drink, please don't drive. You know, I have a designated driver and I'm going to ask you that. Yes, I'm going to have a few beverages, enjoy the season, respectfully, you know, but if you're going to drive, don't drink. Don't misuse. The beverages are not there to be misused. Don't pretend that you can drink more than somebody else. You have your one shot and you do like me. Hold it long for, you know, you're out for 3 hours, you hold one shot for 2 hours and you're forever looking impressive and pouring easy. That one shot wouldn't do anything. I might have 2 and that's my limit. Know your limit and don't abuse the alcohol. You have to drive and you have to think about other people on the road. Your vision becomes impaired. You're not, it's not a substance in your body, so you're not functioning at your normal level. So I would say to you, if you're going to drive, don't drink. And when we're driving, I always say, if we comply with all of those, the speed limit, if we follow the traffic signs, you know there's a solid line on the highway, that means no overtaking. Please don't overtake. Speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. Don't try to drive at 61. Drive at 50. It's a manageable speed and take your time. Drive at the correct distance behind the car ahead of you. That's important. And if we do all of these things, I'm sure that we will be safe out there on the road. Think about the other drivers. Don't think about you alone.
And to add to that also, we know this time persons are fatigued as well. So you're tired, you're sleeping, then you add substance to your body, it makes it even worse. So some people are, you know, going every day and then they finally get a break and then you consume alcohol. That makes it worse. So you are now, you know, you're sleepy and still under the influence of a drug.
It's Better Brathwaite children. You know, children get excited. We're in town, we're shopping, they see everything that they're looking for. We're all the shopping spaces indeed. Protection of children and your other property.
You have to talk to your children even before you leave home. Don't wait to get to town, then to enforce. We are going to town today. It's busy, and I need you to stay within close proximity to me. Hold on to my dress, hold on to my hand, hold on to something on me. Do not let go. It's a busy area. I don't want you running around in town. I don't want you running around in stores. Stay close, because, and if you must advise them, should you become displaced from me, you have to tell them what they need to do. So you're in a store, you look for a security officer. Tell the security what has happened. You're looking for your mommy, you're looking for your daddy, your big brother, your sister, and they can't find them. They then should contact the police station if you've been displaced, because you get all frantic too and you're running all around remembering the child is right just next door, but hey, you see them and you're running going through the door. That's the first thing. Report to somebody in authority. I'm not seeing my little one, and have them make a check. Advise the children about looking for a police officer. Look for a police officer in uniform. That's your place of comfort. That police is that person that will help you. You get to the police officer, we take all your information, and we will contact a parent. But need to have these conversations with your children. Don't take it for granted that they know.
And also take note of what your children are wearing. Many times during the Christmas season, or even big events, parents will come to us and say, my child is out, so where they're wearing, and they're looking, they can't tell you. So make sure you know the outfit your child has on, that we can be able to identify them quickly.
I think it's also important to teach the child your name.
Right. Your name as well. Your address. Where do you live? Teach them the address, where they live. Their name and your name, or your parents' name, and the phone number.
Yes.
Get that in their brains. Tell them the phone number. And if they're carrying a little bag, you can write down your number, mommy or daddy, and put it in the bag, put it in the pocket.
Something.
So that if they can't remember, at least we have that contact number and we know that it's there.
All right. I have to wrap. So, Inspector Bradford, I give you the final word. Your final message for Barbadians as we go into Christmas.
And I hope that everyone has a pleasant and enjoyable Christmas. I want you to be safe out there. Do not become a target for the criminal element. Those people that are parking out, I want you to desist from doing that. Please do not park out. It seems exciting, it seems like fun. If you pass somewhere and you realize that you're the only person that's there going there, it means that it's not safe. If you're not seeing 6, 7, 8, 9 cars in that space, I'm saying to you, it's not safe. Do not go there. And to the criminal element, come on. Let's be our brother's keepers. There's no way and there's no reason for you to commit crime. There's every available opportunity out there for you to succeed without being a criminal. Think of the hardship, think of the problems that you impose on yourself and you impose on others. Your mothers, your fathers, your family, when they have to run around behind you when you're going to court. Come on, let's think about it. Let's do things different. Crime don't pay. Let's all have a fantastic Christmas and a joyous 2026. Thank you, Barbados.
And thank you. That's Inspector Ryan Brathwaite, Communications and Public Affairs Officer with the Barbados Police Service. With him is Inspector Mohan, who is a Crime Prevention Officer with the service as well. Gentlemen, I wish you a very Merry Christmas. All of us at Mornin Barbados extend the best. We know you work hard. We see you guys at work, and we thank you for the service you render to this island. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Likewise. Mornin Barbados comes back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's take a look at the news now. Barbados' healthcare system continues to benefit from an injection of Chinese medical practitioners. The latest dose was received when members of the 8 Chinese medical delegation from the Republic of China arrived at the airport on Sunday night. Officials, including local health authorities, were there to greet them. Here's a story now from Anesta Henry.
Members of the 8th Chinese medical delegation from the Republic of China at the Grantley Adams International Airport. They are being warmly welcomed to the island, where they will be sharing their knowledge and expertise to the people who live here. Minister of State in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Davidson Ishmael, says Barbados is thanking China for continuing to send professionals to support the upgrading and the enhancement of the delivery of healthcare on the island.
This being the 8th cohort, the 8th delegation of medical professionals who have come, it shows that there has been a long-standing relationship that has been mutually beneficial. We have not only been able to gain over 7 cohorts, sufficient benefit of having these medical practitioners within our healthcare setting, mostly within the QEH and in some cases within our polyclinic and primary care healthcare settings, but we are also learning from their skills and their techniques, not only in terms of traditional medicine, but of course alternative medicines as well.
The 9 medical professionals representing several specialties are spending the next 12 months within Barbados' clinical space.
And we're expecting that they will be able to deliver those clinical services within the QH environment.
Chinese ambassador to Barbados, Beng Kai-zen, was also present to welcome the delegation.
And I think there will be even more cooperation in the medical area and more beyond just happened for the next year just between our two countries.
The first Chinese medical delegation arrived on the island in 2016. Onesta Henry, CBC News.
Christmas cheer mixed with community building in St. James North as residents there gathered for a festive family event hosted by the Member of Parliament. But beyond the entertainment, there was a message about development, opportunity and inclusion. A report now from Deanza Roberts.
It was music, smiles and togetherness as families turned out in their numbers for a Christmas celebration in St. James North. But for Member of Parliament Chad Blackman, the event was about more than seasonal cheer. He highlighted the progress being made across the constituency since taking office.
Children and family go hand in hand with Christmas. And as MP, I want to make sure that I can continue to do things that will bring the community together and bring families together. But outside of that, a lot is happening in St. James North, particularly since I came to office in May. A number of projects are going on. A lot of houses are being repaired across the constituency. Roads are being fixed. Persons, of course, are not just gaining employment through working for persons, but a lot of persons have now set up businesses. As a campaign promise, you would have heard, I mentioned that we're going to ensure that this thing called the link, which allows for persons to now pool their resources together, one for the cooperative for agriculture, but two for small business.
The MP says as the country continues to see economic growth, the people in the community must also benefit. He says his role as MP is very critical in this regard.
The country, of course, is experiencing a lot of economic growth, 17 consecutive quarters of growth. But that all means nothing if at the local level of the economy, persons are also not benefiting. So my role as MP is to continue to bridge what is happening nationally with what is happening locally. And it's been very, very good. Persons continue to come forward. Persons who have never been involved in politics and not even interested in politics are not necessarily coming into the mainstream side of things, but they've said, Mr. Blackman, we like your vision, we like what you're doing, and we want to be on board in whatever way possible.
Looking ahead, Minister Blackman says 2026 will bring expanded agricultural initiatives and even greater partnerships.
But next year, the idea is to now link the agricultural sector in St. James North to the hotels and to the restaurants, so that the tourism aspect of things can now play a mainstay in St. James North like never before.
Residents responded positively, with many saying the MP's accessibility has encouraged wider community involvement. As Christmas approaches, the message from St. James North is one of unity, growth and shared progress. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
Barbados High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Edmund Hinkson, is preparing to take up his latest role in public service. Speaking to CBC News, he says he's humbled to receive the appointment, a post that he says offers a timely opportunity to deepen Barbados' longest-standing international relationships.
So we wisely are exploring other and deeper international relations with other countries, especially in Africa. We still highly value our relationship with the United Kingdom.
See, Mr. Hinkson says economic development will be a major focus of his tenure as Barbados seeks new investment and trade opportunities.
Being the High Commissioner, of course, gives me a unique opportunity to further and develop even more the economic and social, political, cultural, and trade and investment interests of our countries. And we all know, again, that we are seeking more investment into Barbados at this stage. We are seeking to diversify our economy. And clearly, the role of a High Commissioner will be to see what opportunities and interests we can gather out of the United Kingdom to assist us in this regard.
The High Commissioner departs Barbados mid-January along with some other consular officers. Into sports now, Barbados boxers found the going tough at the annual Ronald Wilson Memorial Tournament, the Caribbean Champions Event Edition. Competing at the Graydon Sealy School's auditorium, they were outboxed by opponents from Trinidad and Tobago and Guadeloupe. Here's a report from Damien Best.
Let's get it started then. Graydon Sealy Auditorium into the heat of the battle, featuring Tiffany DeLise of Barbados in the blue versus Tiana Guy of Trinidad and Tobago in a welterweight fight. Guy only needed 2 rounds to get past DeLise. The footwork was immaculate and the jabs and body blows would do enough damage to dent the confidence of the Barbadian. The referee eventually stopping the fight. Next in the ring, light middleweight clash, Julian Mira of Guadeloupe in the red battling Jaquan Grant of Barbados. A lot of energy expelled in the first round. Grant with a cross, glancing Mira. But in the closing stages of the first, Mira showed that he was the hungrier of the two, keeping Grant on his heels. Another standing 8 count. Into the second round, where things really developed. Grant reduced to a punching bag at one stage. Couldn't escape the corner. No doubt about the victory then, as the referee had to step in. Mira of Guadeloupe over Grant of Barbados. Welterweight battle. Irahan Pokerain of Guadeloupe versus Nathan Walcott in the blue of Barbados. This one went deep. 3 rounds. Was difficult to pick a clear-cut winner. The judges would have to decipher. Both fighters not fully connecting, but in the end, the assessment went to Pokerain on points. On to one of the feature bouts of the night, heavyweight women's matchup. Kimara Stewart versus Ayad George of TNT in the red. Cross from George on target. Standing 8 count required. That was all she wrote for the first round. On to the second now. No sparkling moments for the fans to cement an outcome in their minds. So this was another matchup that the judges had to pay close attention to, and they would go for the visitor. Ayad George of TNT victorious on points over Barbadian Kimara Stewart. A good night then for the overseas boxers.
Thanks, Damien. That's a look at news until now. We'll have more news coming up at 12 noon here on TV8. Morning Barbados is back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The Morning Barbados news is brought to you by Jordan Supermarkets Spend and Eat 2025 competition.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One.
your #1 party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, the one.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save the
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
16 minutes after 7 o'clock, I'll tell you, retirement never looked better than on this man, Ronald Chapman. You remember him? Ronald has always been with us at Morning Barbados because his last job, I'll give him his true title, he was a Chief Environmental Health Officer, now retired. Ronald, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Pierce.
Doesn't it sound funny? Your ears to hear that?
Yes, it does.
I'm serious.
Yes, it does.
Because you've lived your life in such a public way for so long that we've all known you to be active all the time. And to say, retired?
Yeah, it's been one of the things that I look forward to, and I've always wanted to be able to make a contribution to my country from a community level and a national level. I was given that opportunity, and it's time to do something else.
And that's something else we'll talk about in a minute. But I just want people to know, because he's retired doesn't mean he's suddenly available. You know the thing, you got time on your hand, therefore, yes. Brother, you could. That's not what it's about. You still control your time.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
All right. We're talking today about Christmas and getting ready for Christmas. I mean, we drop the ball in so many different ways because we get so busy and so consumed by what we're doing that we don't pay attention to some of the things that you pay attention to. Before you ask me the question, I really want to ask you, do your eyes ever close when you have a family function? Do you ignore it and say, you know what, don't worry about it?
No, you can't switch it off.
Do?
You can't switch it off. The thing is that when you're having family functions, when you're going out to eat, when you're engaging in any process, sometimes I'm just driving the road and my eyes pick up something and I'm like, okay. And then now that I'm no longer in the fold of the Ministry of Health, the temptation to stop, you have to ignore it. But the truth is, there are a number of things that people do on a regular basis that it's part of culture. And things that in terms of purchasing food and so on, in terms of dealing with food preparation, storage, disposal, all these things. I'm going to touch on some of these this morning. That we take it for granted. We've been doing it this way. Grandmother did it this way. Mom did it this way. I'm doing it this way. But what I want to do is just touch on some points because we don't have a lot of time. Right. But I want to touch the most important points for Christmas.
And I hope yours are mine. The same important points. When it comes to preparing food, for me, it starts in the supermarket. It starts by choices.
There you go.
Okay, so that's where your point
starts. That's where I'm going to start from, purchasing. Purchasing. So when you're purchasing food, the first thing you want to be able to do is to purchase food from persons you know and trust as much as possible. That's not always possible, but as much as possible, persons you know and trust. Challenges in Barbados is we have pretty larceny. A guy passes your field, you have some really nice cabbages out there, you just spray them 2 weeks before they're ready to harvest, because that's the time that the chemical says you can spray them before you harvest them. And just before you go harvest them, you come back to an empty field. Next, there's this guy somewhere who turns up with a bag of cabbages, selling them at half price. And a lot of people think, well, hey, this is a good deal. Things tight. I want to spend the money from Christmas presents. And they purchase. And you consume something that you shouldn't be consuming. So the first thing is to make sure that when you're purchasing food, as much as possible, I know it's an ideal statement, but that's why I said as much as possible, Purchase from persons that you know and you trust. When you're purchasing, make sure that the products look like what they're supposed to look like.
Right.
If it's supposed to be hard, it's hard. If it's soft, it's soft. If it's supposed to shake and be has a liquid constitution, then that's what it says. If it's supposed to be liquid, like you take up a can of milk and you shake it, or orange juice, and it's supposed to be liquid, and when you shake it, go glue, glue, glue.
Yeah.
It feels gluttony. It has gone off. So you know not to take that. One of the other things that is very important, look at your expiration dates, or what we call your sell by or best by date. You want to be able to look at those, because that will ensure that the quality of your food is assured. Pretty much, because you don't want to be able to go take up something. You know, sometimes people say we're selling it at half price or 3 for 1 or something like that, and it looks like a good deal, but when you take it home, the sell-by date is gone, or the day tomorrow, and there's no way you can get all of that utilized in one day. So those are two or three of the simple things you can do when purchasing.
I'm one who would stand at the tray, and I would take something up and squeeze it if I have to, not too hard. I touch it up. I touch it up.
Yeah.
And so the vendor will say to me, "Don't touch up don't squeeze up my fruit. Don't mess with my stuff." How do I respond in a situation like that? I want to know.
Well, the thing is, it's your money, and you have options.
Okay.
The thing is, there are some fruits that you don't want to squeeze them too hard, but you want them to be firm. For example, pears, avocado pears.
Right.
When you take up an avocado pear, you take it up. A lot of people shake it to make sure the seed is loose. That's an indication that it's ready to eat. Some they give it a very slight touch. But it's important that you do that, because there are some fruits, for example, oranges, citrus. The older they get, the lighter they get, because they're primarily water-based.
Right.
So as they get older, the water, the cells decay on the inside, and the water evaporates, comes out. So the older they get, the lighter they are. So if you may see some nice big oranges, and it's supposed to have a weight corresponding to its size. And if it does not have that, then you know, well, hey, this is an old fruit. It's been kept in the refrigerator or something, but that's gone.
All right. You mentioned the cabbages and so before, because salad has to be made for Christmas.
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
So, salad is one of those things that, first off, it is not cooked before it is consumed. So you have to be extremely careful when you're making salads. Lettuce, cabbage, carrots, all those wonderful things that you're putting in your salad. When you're preparing your salad, you want to make sure that you wash your ingredients first as much as possible. 1. 2, that those ingredients are cold before you start to use them. So you get them in the fridge the night before, and then you use them. What that does is to help maintain the temperature on them, and temperature is very important. I think one of the things I need to talk about is temperature abuse, but we'll get to that. But temperature is very important. So you want to prepare your salads with pre-cooled ingredients. When you're preparing your salads now, if you want to have, you know that when we are in the kitchen, sometimes it's not just one person preparing. You got a whole family preparing activity. You want to make sure that the knife you're using is clean and sanitized, the chopping board is clean and sanitized, and it's not previously used by someone. These utensils haven't been previously used by someone who just cut up meat, because that's not called cross-contamination. And that happens because everybody's using the same knife, or maybe 2 knives in the kitchen, and they're using the same cutting board, and they're moving around because Christmas time, the time for dinner is getting close, and you chop it up. So you've got to make sure that you don't have cross-contamination.
To avoid that then, more than one chopping board and more than one knife.
Very good. Yeah.
Okay.
That is a good idea. If you don't have that, then make sure that before, if you do either you do your salads first, or if you might happen to have to do your meat first, you wash and sanitize it before you
switch to the other process.
You switch to the other process.
And as soon as I'm done,
washing your hands.
Correct.
Yes.
Put back into the fridge. Keep it cool.
Exactly.
Keep it cool.
Once it's finished, you cover it. You cover it, and you put it in the fridge. Now, when you put in stuff like salads in the fridge, you want to put those on the top shelf. The reason for is that you do not want to have foods that are prepared or leftovers on the bottom shelf, because if there's a leak from any other foods from the top, it drips down into that.
That's a trick to that?
Yeah.
I thought it was a difference in the temperature or something.
It is also to do with temperature, but there are 2 reasons. One is the temperature difference in your fridge, because the lower in the fridge you are, the colder it is, colder it drops, and it preserves the integrity of your food, because if you're going to thaw meats, and we're going to talk about that a little bit, if you're going to thaw meats and so on, you want to thaw them in the bottom of the fridge and not on the top shelf, so that if there's any liquids dropping down, they're not contaminating pre-cooked foods.
Thanks for that. Preparation, because preparation, then I'm going to use the word conservation broadly, simply because once it's finished, cold foods are cold foods, they're stored in cold places.
Yes, please.
Hot foods
must be stored hot.
Must be stored hot.
Yeah, hot foods are stored hot, cold foods are stored cold. When we're talking about hot and cold, there are some specific temperatures. A lot of people don't have the thermometers, but there are some simple guidelines. So if you're going to store your cold foods are usually stored, we're going to use both centigrade and Fahrenheit. For Fahrenheit, anywhere between 40 to 45. And that is for centigrade, that is anywhere between 4 and 7 degrees centigrade, and that's cool. It's not frozen, it's just the point before it gets frozen. For hot foods, you're looking at 145 degrees, 140 to 145 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 65 degrees centigrade. And if you go, for example, you're eating out at someone's home, and they have the food on the chauffeurs and so on, and when they take the covers off of the hot food, and you don't see steam rising,
the water and boil.
Yeah, we are not at 65 and above.
Okay.
Because around that temperature is when you start to see the steam.
Okay.
And it's very important, especially for things like beef and gravies and so on. That is absolutely critical that those are kept warm.
The woman will say to you, that's going to dry out the liquid that's in there.
Then you, instead of putting 2 sternos, you put 1. But you want to be able to maintain that temperature and have your foods prepared as soon as close enough to consumption. Because, they're true. If you leave the rice and stuff under the sternos for a long time, it's going to dry it out. And nobody wants dry rice.
Here's your brother.
So what you want to be able to do is to prepare as close as possible, and you want to regulate. And even if you do not have sternos and your food is cooked and you're waiting for people to come and consume, your food should not be left at room temperature for more than 2 hours. So you have 2 hours to play with for your Christmas day. Because after that 2 hour at room temperature, then your harmful bacteria starts to grow. So you have about 2 hours to work with.
So if I left home this morning, left food out.
And you left food out, so providing that the insects and other stuff and the dog and the cat don't go at it, it isn't contaminated, you have up to 2 hours to work with.
Yeah, but I left home more than 2 hours already.
Well, you should have left it in the fridge.
Okay, throw it away, because your potential is that you could be.
Yes, there is some potential.
We have the belief that the microwave solves all problems. Put it in the microwave and it's good to go.
Not necessarily. There are some. When you're talking about food poisoning, there are some poisons that happen because of the bacteria themselves, and then there are some poisons that happen because the bacteria secretes what we call toxins or poisons. Okay, so it's either the bacteria or the poison. What can happen is, if it is the bacteria that has just grown, you can put it in the microwave and your food is good because you kill the bacteria. If there are toxins that have come from the bacteria, there are some toxins that the microwave heat is not going to kill, and you don't know the difference.
That's it. Sensitive, but not even know
you don't know
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, so we need to be so careful this Christmas time.
Yes, please.
But when we go to parties, they have to have staff parties and that kind of thing, and say it.
Oh,
let me say it for you.
The staff parties are always fantastic. One of the things that I want to emphasize at staff parties is the ice. We abuse ice. People instead of having a scoop, what is you're supposed to have, and you're supposed to store that scoop with the handle up in the ice or in a container next to the ice, not water, in just a container next to the ice. So everyone can hold the scoop. Sometimes we don't have a scoop, so we use a plastic cup.
Yes.
And everybody thinking that they can scoop up ice, and the ice is stuck together, and then your dirty hands are in the ice, touching the ice, and this body. And imagine, I just went to the bathroom.
Oh, no. Don't put that in my head. Don't put that in my head. But I get you.
You are, exactly. So you need to have a scoop, because a lot of us still believe that ice washes itself.
Yes.
It does not. It does not. And that ice will become a part. I had a case where an entire set of staff was food poisoned because somebody touched up the ice after doing things that
Oh, dear.
they should have washed their hands after they did. And the whole staff was food poisoned. So this ice is extremely important. The storage of the ice, make sure you have a good clean cooler before you put that ice in there. One of the things people tend to do is to break the ice is to hit it in the ground in the plastic. Like, bam! Mistake again. You've just contaminated the ice because the ice is sharp. When it hits the ground, the ice edges break the bag and the ice picks up the dirt off the ground.
So use an ice pick.
Use an
Chip it
ice
away.
pick, exactly.
All that hard work. Bam, it works. I know what I'm talking
Some
about.
people just hit it on the wall.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah. You can hit it with your hand. You can take a spoon or something that's clean and hit it, but avoid hitting it in the ground and that sort of stuff because you're going to contaminate it.
You just taught me that because I would smack it and whatever particles
I
fly.
went to a fast food joint one night and I was there and it's not a really popular one, but just a place you just pick up some chicken or something like that. And I saw the girl take the ice and she take it off, wham, and hit it right in the floor.
You said none of that. None of that.
Excuse me, ma'am. You see that ice? You go through that way.
You see? You should have been off duty, nonetheless. Ronald, it's good to have you. We got to leave it there. Folks, we've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I hope you have as well as to how we really should adjust our habits and our behaviors to ensure that all along the process to us having a Merry Christmas, we do the right thing. When we make a slip in any one of those things, something disastrous can happen at the very end of it all. But now we know better. Better is expected of us. Ronald Chapman, as always, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And a Merry Christmas to you, man.
Merry Christmas.
What are you doing Christmas Day?
Eating food and having fun with the family.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
I should be the inspector to come and check. Nonetheless, enjoy it, my friend.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We're right back after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We've been over the weeks talking to so many people about their traditions. Let's talk about ours now. We're just a couple days away from Christmas, and children, you need to listen because you need to learn. There's some things that we do and why we do it, and then there's some things we've stopped doing and why we've stopped doing them. The best man to talk about these Bajan traditions is Dr. Henderson Carter, who, as you know, heads the Department of
Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Education.
All of that at the University of the West Indies. As always, my friend, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Pearson.
You do Christmas?
Yes.
What are your traditions at Christmas?
Well, just sitting around and eating ham, talking, telling stories. That's what we're doing now.
Which is what you do best.
Yes, yes.
All right, so let's talk about some of those Bajan traditions that, I don't know, do we still keep up a lot of those traditions from your point of view?
Some are being lost. And one of the things that we used to do in the 1960s, 70s, is that nearly every house in the village would kill a pig at Christmas.
Yes.
And my father was a farmer, and he would kill a pig every Christmas. And one day, around 6:30 in the afternoon, in the evening, called the butcher. Everybody's there waiting, and killed this pig. The butcher stabbed the pig. Pig dies. A minute after, the pig gets up, runs through the killing ground, and we're after him. Brings him back to be killed again. Of course, and my task was to carry out the pork
Yes,
in the community.
You have to engage
Yes,
the pork.
engage it. Yes,
And then, yes.
and not to collect the money. My father would go and collect the money afterwards, and of course, so that was killing pig every Christmas.
You're right.
And there was another tradition, of course, is the 5 a.m. service.
Yeah. Well, that's still my tradition.
Yes. But in the 1950s, people had to be very cautious because, as you know, in 1951, there was a case in St. Lucie where a child, there was a heart man who cut out a child's heart. And people had to be very cautious. And ever since that time, you know, with canes, fields, etc., going to that 5 a.m. service was a problem for some people. Nowadays, it's no issue.
Yes.
But the heart man was out. And, you know, going to the shop, I remember, I can't call it the village that I used to go to, but I used to go to this village shop. And the shops were full at Christmas. But my mother used to tell me, look, anytime you go to the shop, never back the counter. Because the man was allegedly a heart man who would hit the children on the back of the head, pull them over, and cut out their heart and give to the devil. So all of these things, and people, and the thing about Christmas is that Christmas Day, people told those stories.
Yeah, really?
And yeah, people told those stories. It was storytelling. Reflecting, etc. And that is how those traditions are passed on. For example, there's one story that people would have told in the 19th century, and this is a story from slavery. During slavery, 4 African men, big strapping men, I believe they were 7 feet in height. 2 of them went to Sewell Plantation. 2 of them went to Charnock's plantation. And these men were the talk of the town. Big strapping people.
And 7 feet.
Yes. But somebody, a plantation manager, administered flogging to the 2 at Sewell Plantation. Now, here's the legend. Apparently, the 2 who were beaten took wings and flew to Charnock's
to join the other
2. They took wings too and flew away to Africa.
Yeah, right. Sorry. That's my first reaction.
Flew away to Africa.
Wow.
Never seen since.
Never seen again.
Yeah. And that story is repeated in Goldman Sinclair's piece written around 1912. And so it means, therefore, that the people in the 19th century would have been hearing about those stories. And Sinclair says that the people of Charnock and Sewell swear that this thing happened.
Icarus.
So
flew too close to the sun and wings gone.
Yeah.
Boy, you're serious? Oh, my worship. All right. There's some other traditions we had.
Yes.
We used to sprinkle sea sand and marl. All those things around the house, and nobody does that anymore.
No, because people have paid their driveway. But in my district, in St. George, we had a quarry. And we would go to the quarry every Christmas. And boys would go to the quarry. We would love that.
Right.
And bring marl, sprinkle around the house, and so that when the rain falls, you know, the driveway is clean and it looks pretty. So we have a white Christmas.
Listen, we had a man named Boyson, where I lived in St. Lucie.
Yes.
And he was the one who would do that. He would come, and that for him was his way. He would get something to eat and that kind of thing. But yeah, so he was our carrier of marl or sand to help us have that Merry Christmas. For us, the Christmas tree was also a branch of the casuarina tree, or we called it mild tree.
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
you
not
did
for
that. Was
us.
that very popular? What was yours?
I don't think so.
Really?
Not for us at St. George.
So we had a very special Christmas.
Yes. St. Lucie people are different and special.
So what was yours?
Well, it was basically, for me, it was the smell of the ham hung up in the house. And that was my Christmas tree, because I would look at it, I would smell it, and then there's some drinks there in the corner.
Yes.
Juicy. And Juicy came to Barbados around 1952.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'd be looking at this Juicy, looking at the ham, smelling the ham. That was my Christmas tree.
You're so right, you know, because we used to stock up the drinks that we never got at any other time of the year.
Yes.
And I mean, Daddy was just my father. He would always go out and he would make sure he has a bit of this and a bit of that and some of everything, including falernum.
Falernum, yes.
Do you know that in St. Lucia, they don't say falernum?
What do they say?
Phililum.
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 Wow.
It was shocking because just a few weeks ago, we were there in St. Lucia. I wanted some falernum. I went into a store and I asked, where can I find falernum? And the guy looked at me as if I was talking Dutch. He said, what? I said, falernum. He says, you mean phililum? I said, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Just show me and I'll see if that's what I'm looking for. And so it was. And they said to me, it's pronounced phililum in St. Lucia.
Yeah.
That's something for you to research.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I mean, I remember those days going into a place called Alan Arthur on High Street. And there were tons of people in there looking for port wine and falernum and rum.
Correct.
You know, by the Jimmy John, you know, and that was something
Christmas.
interesting. Yeah, that was Christmas.
That's Christmas.
Going shopping and getting those things. And Christmas was also a time to do excursions.
Yes.
Boxing Day. So places like Morgan Lewis Beach, which is nobody goes Morgan Lewis Beach anymore. People be playing cricket. I came across just the other day a cricket match being played at Crab Hill in 1896. You know, and another cricket match being played at Constant Plantation in 1849.
Whoa.
The St. Michael Gentleman versus the City Gentleman, hosted by the planter who was called Mr. Pretty John at Constant, 1849.
Whoa.
You know, and normally we associate cricket with the 1870s and 80s, but not so early.
Yes.
So that's an early find.
My goodness. I know you have a project coming up very soon.
Yes.
You wanna tell
Constant
us-
Carmichael project.
Right. And is that going to be open to the public?
Yes, it
So
is.
tell us briefly about that.
Well, this is a project where our historians at university are researching the history of two plantations, Constant and Carmichael, and Shelter Island in New York, which was bought for 1,600 pounds of sugar by the proprietors at Constant. And in addition to the research, we're having a conference from the 11th to the 15th of January. And we have speakers coming in, students coming in, sharing their research. People have done 1 year research so far, so we're sharing this research. We're inviting people from UMass Boston, we're inviting people from NYU, the Bard Graduate Center, Shelter Island, etc. And so it's going to be a good mix in January.
It's
So,
gonna be an
so we
exciting
can be back here, Cleve Scott and I,
Yes.
we'll be back here early in January to say a little bit more about that project.
So that's just a preview, folks. That's just a preview.
Yes.
Gifts at Christmas. Were there traditional gifts that were shared and so forth at Christmas, or people just gave what they wanted?
Well, for me,
I
as
like
a
a
boy
hat.
growing up, I look forward to toys. And sometimes the toys would last one day. You know, something starting up, bam, done.
Yes, it does.
But at least you're looking forward to a toy, something that could move. A tractor, a trailer, a fast car.
That's right.
That is what I look forward to at Christmas. Something that could move. You know, not anything to eat, something to move.
Yes. And the girls, of course, look forward to their dollies and so forth.
Yeah.
And that's Christmas. That's what it's about. So for me, it was a 5 o'clock service. For you,
5 o'clock as well. I went to Nazarene Church at Newbury.
I'm Methodist.
Yeah.
And so, and what's the magic of a 5 o'clock service for you?
Well, it is seeing the day, the sun comes out and the daybreak.
Yes.
Seeing the darkness giving way to light.
The light is beautiful to behold. You know, one of the things I know as children in our house, we always fretted about, because oftentimes the hymns that you see at Christmas will always start at a high note. And at 5 o'clock in the morning, your voice isn't awake yet, and you're required to sing "Hark the Herald Angels Sing, oh come, all ye faithful."
And Holy Night.
Exactly. And and you're struggling with the hitting those notes because the voice is tired.
And you're tired,
But that's the beauty of an early morning service. I think that's another tradition that I'm glad that Bajans keep up. Also, the visit to the park.
Yes.
Queen's Park.
And that park visit started in the 1940s. And from my research, I'm seeing that it was a paid visit. You had to pay to go in there. But from 1951, it was free. So from 7 to 9 o'clock, the police band would be playing there. And people would go in and, you know, dressed up in their finest. They would sing along with the police band, walk the park. So that has been going now over 80 years.
Wow.
I'm trying still to find the first time that it happened. But of course, the Queen's Park was created around 1909 after the troops left. So by the 1940s, people were going to the park for that Christmas morning activity.
I never knew it was that long.
Yes.
I mean, I know it didn't start when I was born, but 80 years. Oh, now we understand better when we go into Queen's Park for Christmas morning, the tradition that we're upkeeping indeed.
Yes.
Dr. Carter, of course, more time to spend with you coming up later on. But thank you so much. I wish you a Merry Christmas, whatever you choose to do. I know watching the ham and enjoying people and everything else as well. But I want to wish you good health and success in 2026.
And the same to you too, Pearson.
Thank you, my friend.
You've been doing an excellent job.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Bless you.
Dr. Henderson Carter, who is the Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Education, and not just history alone, but a whole host of things he does as well. Of course, you know him well for the standpipe stories, and he tells the story so beautifully, but we get a rich sense of our history and a good placement of self within all that's happening around us as well. So again, thank you, my friend. Morning Barbados comes back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise you.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There's a song that says, what are you doing New Year's Eve? And that's a question that is asked of you right now as we're joined by the people behind a big activity for All Ears Night that is happening right here in Barbados. They're having a big blackout cruise. Just the title alone grabs your attention. The man and the people with the passion behind it is here with me. Chetwin Stewart, who's the managing director of Power by 4, and his brother-in-law, your man who I just met just recently, DJ Da Vinci, who is a marketing ambassador as well for Power by 4. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning. How are you
Merry
doing?
Christmas, all of that. I'm well. Thank you for asking.
Merry Christmas to you and to Barbados also.
Bless your heart, buddy. December 31st is just days away. And December 31st is a night that everybody wants to do something very magical. And you came up with the concept of Blackout, the party cruise. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, well, Blackout is actually a theme, a Power by 4 theme that we did for years, but it's a fact. But recently, the MC Dream Chaser, I went on a cruise. And from the time we got on the cruise, I said this boat is lovely. It's a new boat. It's very large. I think it holds 900 people. And I decided to do Blackout because next year, Power by 4 is celebrating. Well, we're actually on the road. And we're doing Road to 60, Sun, Sea, and Sand. Right? So this kind of launches everything that we're going to be doing next year. So we're celebrating the 60th anniversary of independence and the 23rd year of Power by 4. You know, so we're doing a number of events. So this is just the first. So Blackout, you must wear black. What we're doing, we're going to dockside, we're going to start the party at 10 to 11 on the dock. This will give people the chance to get there on time, because we leave exactly at 11. And you know, bitches, when it comes to a cruise, if you tell the cruise start at 11, they come at 12. So we can be partying. DJ Ras can start off the party from 10 to 11, and then after 11 we leave and we go just off the Hilton for the fireworks. So that's why it's called the fireworks edition. And then we go down the West Coast party, and when we come back, we have a little after party at Turtle Bay Beach Club, which is right next to Harbour Lakes.
This is well planned. Well planned. So on the boat itself, we are partying till Thy Kingdom, correct, DJ Da Vinci?
Correct.
And so, for a lot of people, Old Year's night is a night for dressing up, drinking down the place, and really partying as well.
Yes.
All of that we can expect on board as well?
Definitely. The thing about it, the cruise is, we're selling the experience, right? Old Year's night, you could go to many different parties. What we're selling is the experience. The ability to come on the water, right, and be able to look at Barbados, look at the beautiful lights, look at the fireworks from a different vantage point. Everybody has experienced the fireworks on Old Year's night from land. We're bringing something new. We're bringing a different experience to Barbadian citizens, right, and to everybody overseas as well. For all years, a lot of people fly into Barbados, so we're telling everybody, come on out and see what Powerboy 4 is offering for the all year season.
Powerboy 4 is known for party. Powerboy 4 is known for energy. Powerboy 4 is known for all things good entertainment.
Correct.
And so that's what we're talking about happening on December 31st. Is this? I can't just walk onto the boat. I have to buy something, buy a ticket or something, right?
Yes.
Who's going to tell me about that?
So the tickets are currently available at ticketpaul.com. You can also get it at Intermix in Sky Mall, Black and White Sheraton, as well as Tees in Dome Mall and Martindale's in City Center. You can also get tickets at Turtle Bay Beach Club. That's next door to Harbour Lakes on the beachfront. So Powerboy 4 has a beach club, right, called Turtle Bay. We've been established now about a year, fully kicking it off this season here. So a lot of people have been venturing in, and we're open 24 hours as well, so you could come through and grab those tickets. You can also give Chatwin a call, 826-5050 for tickets as well, if you want to grab one of those tickets.
You know numbers. 826-5050. It is important to remember numbers. 826-5050. You can call Chatwin as well. The party starts at 10 on deck, on land, and then at 11 the boat moves off, and we're heading for Hilton Hotel. Because out off the land we're going to watch the fireworks go into the sky as we welcome a brand new year, and then the sea is ours. The sea is ours to travel along the West Coast,
sailing into the new year.
In style, partying as well into the new year, and that's what it's all. It's called blackout. So everyone wears black.
Correct.
Yeah, you must wear black.
And you can dress up your black however you choose to dress up your black. Your maid is black.
It could be glitter, it could be matte black. Once it's black.
And you know, again, Old Year's night is about the party hats, the noisemakers, everything. It's all that we get on board.
Correct. A lot of party favors. We're actually, Powerboy 4 is doing a lot of giveaways on the night as well, so you could come through and see what we're offering for the entire year next year. But on the boat itself, we're doing giveaways. We're also doing a lot of giveaways on the social media. We're on radio almost every day, 98.1. So when you tune in, you can actually win tickets as well. We gave away 2 tickets so far. I believe one was given away yesterday as well. So we're offering a lot right now. A lot of people been looking at the packages. They realize it's a budget-friendly event as well, right? $125 is the early bird price, and the general admission is $150. Right? Currently, people
that's extremely affordable.
It is. Some people, when they go, like Chapman would have advised me recently with the partying lifestyle, because for me personally, I grew up in the entertainment industry, catering to people of my demographic. But Chapman recently has given me the opportunity to step out into a broader demographic, and with that teaches me the spending power and how people spend money and party wise, how they budget and so on. So I find this party specifically caters to everybody who has a tight budget and still want a really, really good party.
A nice classy party, as a matter of fact. And that's what Blackout gives you. And you know, you get to see all the lights, folks. You get to enjoy the party. You get all the drinks and the noisemakers. Every experience that you expect for an Old Year's night event, you'll do it, but you're doing this on the water, baby. Yes, indeed. On the boat, it's Dream Chaser, and Dream Chaser moves from
Dream Chaser 2.
Dream Chaser 2, not 1, 2, and it's leaving from the screw dock as well.
The helicopter pad.
The helicopter pad. That's where we board from the helicopter pad and then set sight for Hilton and then down the road. Down the road, partying all the way to the great music. Who are the DJs? You're one.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the cruise. I mean, I didn't release myself yet. We didn't launch me, but currently speaking, we have DJ Raz as well as A1 Skills. But I'm pretty sure everybody know, the public know, once I'm involved and working with Chapman, I'll be on the cruise DJing as well.
There you go. Now you know. You heard it first right here on Morning Barbados. And so this is going to be fantastic, folks. Again, go to the box offices, which are, quickly.
Intermix Sky Mall, Teesdale Mall, Black and White Sheraton Center, as well as Martindale's City Center, Turtle Bay Beach Club.
Right. Get your tickets fast. This is going to be, we're filling the boat. Dream Chaser 2, it can accommodate enough of we, just under 1,000. And so all of us are going to be there for Blackout, the fireworks edition, the party on the cruise, on the boat, and on the sea, indeed, on Old Year's Night. Chetwin is back, ladies and gentlemen. Chetwin has a plan for 60 years. He's marking his 23rd anniversary as the big Power by 4 party band, and so they're continuing a series of activities. So stay tuned for this and a whole lot more. Chetwin, as always, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you, my brother.
Merry Christmas.
You're welcome. And DJ Da Vinci?
Pleasure.
As always.
Alrighty.
Thank you. We're back in just a moment.
Acquaintance be.
Barbados gets ready this New Year's Eve. Power by 4 presents Blackout, the fireworks edition aboard the MC Dream Chaser 2. Party starts at 10 p.m. We set sail at 11. First stop, the Barbados Hilton Hotel. After the fireworks, we head west where we release the Kraken. With live performances by the island's best DJ and artists. Step into the future. Power by 4 reveals it's 2026 Vision Blackout, the fireworks edition. You must wear black. This cruise is powered by 98.1 The One. Early bird tickets are $125. General, $150. It's Blackout.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
'Tis the day before Christmas Eve. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of shopping to be done. There's a lot of baking still to be done. And perhaps if you're not thinking of baking, you might want to consider Crumbs Bakery to make it a whole lot easier for you, because they're good down to the very last crumb. And it's a season of joy, laughter, and flavor at Crumbs. So enjoy a taste of Christmas with Crumbs Bakery, good down to the very last crumb. So this Christmas, Crumbs is bringing you the latest deals for your holiday table. You can get at Crumbs Bakery your square cakes in any flavor. Take a look, in any flavor for just $10. Or you can try their 9-inch rainbow chocolate swirl for only $20. And all other 9-inch flavors are $25. You got that? And for those of you who love the great cake, the Crumbs great cakes, the squares are just $25. The 8-inch is $40. And the 9-inch is $50. Why? Because Crumbs, they're just good down to the very last crumb. So there you go. Now you know, if you don't want to be in the kitchen baking anything, Crumbs Bakery, and they're open today. They have extended hours today and tomorrow and you can enjoy yourself a very Merry Christmas indeed. Well, that's it for today. My little crew joins me in saying to all of you, have a terrific today. Be it the will of the Lord. Join us bright and early tomorrow. Do not miss Morning Barbados tomorrow with our very special Christmas Eve edition. That and a whole lot more. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados, good morning.